Cue the music, let's go. I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys, and welcome to another edition of Student of the Game Preview, one in which your Miami Hurricanes are set to face the Pitt Panthers on the road. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. You didn't care that you lost to Notre Dame by over 100 points. That's kind of like what you said in your presser. As long as you beat your ACC opponents. Well, you're one of two on that wish list. The two is going to be the Miami Hurricanes who come there. I just thought that speech was weak sauce. But over to the film, you're going to see inside the highlight box a 3-by-1 look. It is 3rd and 10. University of Miami employ this along their front as well. And you're going to see a kind of traditional response. When teams see this kind of a look up front, what are they going to do? Well, the right side of the Pitt offensive line, respectively, you see how they all fanned out. So what did that do on the backside? Just left one-on-one right here. Left tackle versus the defensive end. And let's see what their defensive end is able to do to their left tackle. Just pushes him in and swallows this up for a sack on 3rd and 10. So University of Miami have some really good defensive ends. Could they play similar using the same tactic? We'll see. Can you make a play for your offensive coordinator when it's not there? Quarterback obviously checks that box and says, yes, you're going to see him escape the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, safety's losing sight of something, just makes the ball, and we don't say bang for the other team. Okay, but I do want to back this up a little bit more because ACC, come on, man. It's like I go back to the SMU game, and we were flagged for way, way less. I mean, how much more blatant you take it, throw them down to the ground? That's holding. Georgia Tech's in an even man front when they see Pitt in their 11 set personnel and they have an H-back into the backfield. They're going to win this rep. That is the Pitt Panthers when they use a duo block front side, and Georgia Tech just kind of loses it in the avenues, and I'll explain. First things first, pay attention to that duo block in the middle of the screen. We highlight it. There you go. There was a defensive tackle in the one tech. They control him. I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit, and now you're starting to see these avenues, okay? You have avenue here, like a cutback one, all right? You have an avenue here, and you have an avenue out here. This is like 3 ways where the running back can go. Linebackers plug it in that one cutback lane. Pitt on the front side is doing a good job. You're going to see them right there. They're going to combo this off, and now they have the linebacker and defensive end hat on hat, and this is going to be a key for the University of Miami. In this variety, when you're hat on hat, the more physical is going to win, and this is where I feel like Georgia Tech lost in the avenue, especially outside. Now, I will say again, coming off the backs of the last play, especially from the other view that I saw this play, 50-50, this could have been a hold too, but don't leave it in the ref's hands. Got to disengage, got to get there, because you just let that 3rd Avenue outside. He's got some speed. University of Miami, you got to be very, very physical this week, and you got to get off blocks. This is a good ball. Inside the box, you see 3 Pitt pass catchers. The front 2 are essentially running scissors. One's running a corner, one's running a post. The recipient of the touchdown is going to be the trailer. He's just essentially going to stick this and get back into the middle of the field, and that's when the ball comes out. So that's what's happening there. You make your own mind what's happening here at the bottom of the screen again. But anyways, good ball. It sits there and just nice layered right over the top. Good route. That's the intended target right there. Good concept. Pitt on the board. Now they're up 14-0. On 3rd and 1, Pitt's going to get credit for going into their bag when you consider they're in their 13 set personnel. 3 tight ends, 1 running back. That's a check. You go ahead and utilize motion. That's a check. And then the design, and you could potentially say this is even a gadget, because pay attention how the wide receiver gets free. He's going to do what's known as a C-gap insertion. He's not going outside the tight end. He's going between the tackle and the tight end. So obviously, that puts the cornerback in a little bit of a slight trail. Good ball by the quarterback once again. Good touch. Puts them on touchdown's doorstep. So 13 set personnel, motion, C-gap insertion. Got some creativity. Allverts stays undefeated. I love Allverts. You should run it out of every formation, if you ask me. But on this all-vertical concept, quarterback sees it, goes ahead, delivers the ball, perfect window. Wide receiver's tough, takes a shot. There you go, puts him on the ground. So you see a lot of trajectory there, throws from the quarterback. He can put some air on it, put some touch, put some velocity on it. So he's making all the throws you need him to do. Now I want to go back and call out the ACC again because he's pointing over here, so maybe a legal procedure because you got to come set, homeboy. And I don't think you come set. I mean, you're moving your feet. Okay. And then the ball comes out. That was close. Georgia Tech is motioning out into an empty look. Now, in terms of the Pitt defense, what's been notoriously consistent over the years, they love keeping their safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than most. You see both safeties 10 yards from within the line of scrimmage. They're downhill. A lot of times they factor in the run game. That's just their calling card. That's their DNA. Plus, they're very physical, right, the whole defense, and very aggressive. So when I saw this play, remnants of Rhett Lashley days, this has been working against this style of defense since like 1936. I'm going to be honest. And that is, here you go. Quarterback up, sells it, and there you go. Have an H-back just screaming down the middle of the field, wide open. Rumbling, stumbling, bumbling, and good play. Now, here is a strategy that the University of Miami can exploit. Very impressed with the running back and his speed and how he factors in the Pitt running game. But if you can get him in pass pro, this isn't a rep that's going to be able to get it done. Tries to go ahead and chip this. That's his initial thing. He doesn't want to body this up front. Good play by the Georgia Tech defense here, and the defender to keep his balance, keep his feet, go ahead and wrap this up for the sack. Pitt's been victimized a few times on the blitz. They're a little slow to diagnose. Some things are getting free, getting clear. In that case, if you can get a blitz and isolate that running back and pass pro, I think you can win that rep. And this is going to be the final clip of the evening and the dagger for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, whose ACC hopes, well, they evaporate on this play. And again, they're going to control the one tech with a double team right here. I'll picture this. Okay, and they're just going to go ahead and wash down the Georgia Tech's right side of the line. You see them there, and then there's the hole. All right, it's going to materialize right now. And then he just has the speed to take it home from here, right down the middle. Just a couple missed blocks, no safety, just the way that the Georgia Tech defense was playing at. One thing, I think University of Miami, you're going to be able to exploit the left tackle. Listen, student of the game preview, we've taken a look at all the teams all year, minus Louisville. I was sick. Somebody pointed it out. But right here, I mean, lucky it's not going that way because he loses that clean. But what matters on the scoreboard, Georgia Tech lost it clean. Well, not completely clean. Haynes King just had a back-breaking pick six. That was obviously factored, and then he threw another abysmal interception on this game. But for your final time, I'm your boy Ro, OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. Stay safe, my friends, and bang.